it felt a little off. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, let's let's stick to this, okay? I know it's Batman, so you have to put in these characters, but damn, I want more of this. All right, y'all. Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2 drops about, I think, 2 months after Part 1, which I wasn't 100% in love with, but it did have some qualities about it that I thought were cool and some moments that were admirable. You know, it wasn't bad, but I guess the thing that threw me off the most was I wasn't a fan of the animation. I thought the animation looked a little lifeless. You could tell it wasn't hand drawn. It was more like, I guess, CG 2D animation or whatever the hell it was. It just didn't seem, it had no life to it, you know, like the voices were going on, but I just feel like the voices didn't match what was going on, like the facial expressions and just the emotion and everything. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but overall, I thought it was cool. And in Part 2, same type of animation, but I guess because I've adjusted since the first one, this time around it didn't bother me too much, but I could still tell at times the characters felt a little lifeless. But anyways, this is a continuation from the first movie. And I was excited to see where this went because I read the graphic novel and something happens in that first part where you're like, okay, they're going in a totally different direction than the graphic novel is. Wrong. What they did, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible, but what they did was they removed a certain element from the graphic novel from the first movie. And so everything still plays out the way the graphic novel plays out, but they just took away a component that really, I guess when you think about it, really served no purpose. Because as much as I love the graphic novel, like in its entirety, but removing that part from it didn't bother me. I said, okay, maybe we could have went without that. You know what I'm saying? That they trimmed some fat off, which I thought worked. And this time around, I did enjoy Part 2 better than the first one. I did. I thought it was more of a cohesive story. It flowed a little better, and even though at times it did seem like it was a little, I guess a little disjointed, because even though I said it was more cohesive, and it was, but it's like it goes into the gangster element of Gotham City, like the crime underworld of it, but then it still goes into the ridiculous nutsos of Gotham. So a lot of the characters, Penguin, Joker, and all those guys, everybody comes back for cameo appearances like, hey, remember us? Even though this is on some Godfather shit, but hey, this is still Gotham, so we still have to pop our faces up, remember us? And that threw me off a little bit because I was really getting invested in the gangster element of this, because I love the gangster genre anyway. So like Godfather, Goodfellas, I love that shit. So when they were delving into that to me was the highlight of the movie, even though some might consider it a slow burn. Some might think that it's a little, a little boring at times. And in the first part, it kind of was. But this time around, I was more invested because now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this story. And it worked more for me. But then when they would go into the ridiculous Gotham characters, it felt a little off. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, let's stick to this, okay? I know it's Batman, so you have to put in these characters. But damn, I want more of this. But I thought the payoff worked, and like I said, it played out just like the graphic novel did. You know what I'm saying? It didn't miss a beat, okay? But like I said, it did take out that one element that wasn't needed. So kudos for that, you know what I'm saying? Because it didn't really hurt the story at all. But if I could have any gripes, there was one important character that played a big role in the graphic novel. And the character kind of plays a big role here, but they're really pushed to the side that they're not that presence that they were in the graphic novel. Because in the graphic novel, this character was no joke. Like, this person was scary. They were brutal. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody to be fucked with. And this time around, they had that kind of presence, but, they really didn't do what they did in the comic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't kick ass like they did in the comic. They were very disposable and expendable. And that's pretty much what happened to the character. And I feel like that was a missed opportunity because this person was such an important character in the graphic novel, you know what I mean? So wrapping this up, Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2 is definitely better than the first movie. And also, it's the origin story of Two-Face, you know what I'm saying? This is Two-Face's descent into madness, which we have not seen. I mean, we got a little bit of it in The Dark Knight, which was based off of this novel, but The Dark Knight really, like, it happened real abruptly, you know what I'm saying? This time around, you see kind of why he goes crazy and how he becomes Two-Face. And, even though he becomes the evil Two-Face, you sympathize with this character because you're like, damn, this motherfucker, like, I feel bad for him because he just, like, kind of went crazy, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, overall, man, I really enjoyed it, and giving it a grade, because I know I got grades, motherfucker. It's a little late, y'all. Just bear with me. So, giving it a grade, yeah, I give this one a B plus. You know, I thought it was a good watch, and fans of the graphic novel, I think, will enjoy it because it does really stick to the source material. It doesn't deviate from it too much. Just a couple of things they tweaked, and you know, like I said, with one of the key characters from the comic, they kind of fucked over a little bit. But overall, man, I thought it was tight. You know what I'm saying? This was definitely a good watch. So yeah, B plus is what I got for Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2. So have you read the graphic novel? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.